Welcome back, everybody. This is the thejonnymar, and I am continuing with Pokemon Blue, my complete Pokedex journey. So we got to Cerulean City in my last episode after finishing off Mount Moon. I got my two primary Pokemon, my Pikachu, as well as my Squirtle up to level 20 in between episodes, getting an extra level for Route 4. And then in this episode, we're going to finish exploring Cerulean City. We're going to start heading to the north of the town to check out the routes that are north of it. So we currently have 15 entries into our Pokedex out of 29 Pokemon seen of the 151 in the game. So the last few houses in town are not really anything super important. This one is somewhat important because it is the location of one particular Pokemon and it's your only chance of getting it, and that is through a trade. So the old man to the left there wants you to trade him a Poliwhirl, and in exchange for that Poliwhirl, he will give you the rare Jinx Pokemon. Now we don't have a Poliwhirl, and we're not going to be getting one for a little while, so we will not be able to make this trade for quite some time. And then north of this house, there is a long extended house, and inside there is a man that will tell you about all of the various badges in the game. So if you want to know a little bit more about what each of the badges do, and also their special abilities that they give your Pokemon, then you can talk to this guy and he will tell you. Or you can just wait until we beat those trainers, specifically the gym leaders, to get the badges, and then they will repeat what this guy says. So we already have the Boulder badge, we know what that does, and we'll be getting the Cascade badge in this particular town, and then moving on to the other badges in turn. But we'll learn more about those as we progress through the game. Now there's also a hidden item behind this man's house, in his backyard. So 3 spaces from the right is a rare candy. So that girl we talked to in the shop earlier who talked about rare candies was right. There are rare candies in this game. And what they do is increase your Pokemon's level by 1. And that man over there is guarding the Unknown Dungeon, which is the final dungeon area of the game. It is the post-game of this particular generation. So you can't actually access it until you get through the Elite Four and become the Pokemon League champion. This house has been robbed by a rocket. They are behind this most heinous crime, and the police force has trouble with the rockets for some reason. Now in yellow, this policeman is actually changed to the police officer from the anime. But if we head north, we will encounter our rival. So let's take on Bobby yet again, who's going to be a little braggadocious about what he's been doing, catching lots of Pokemon, and also visiting with Bill, the Pokemaniac. Well, I mean, we have the same things we've always had. I mean, the first time we took you on, we had Squirtle. The second time we took you on, we had Squirtle. And this time, we still have Squirtle, but we also have a Pikachu, which is nice for your first Pokemon here, Pidgeotto. So obviously a flying type is super effectively going to be hit by a lightning attack. So we can easily take out the Pidgeotto with just 2 shots. And it did not use Sand Attack, which is good. And now we have the Abra, which is a very interesting Pokemon. It's actually one of my favorites in the game. Once it evolves as Abra, it's not that great, because it really only has Teleport. But once it reaches level 16 and it evolves into Kadabra, then it learns Confusion, and its very high special attack power starts to come into play, along with its very high speed. Rattata we've seen before, not too much to worry about. It can do some damage, but we're going to try to not let it by using Quick Attack to take it out before it can use Hyper Fang on us. And then of course his last Pokemon is going to be the most difficult for our current party, and that is his Bulbasaur. So we're going to have to use Pikachu because obviously Bulbasaur is going to make short work of Squirtle at this point, since it has learned its elemental attack. its grass attacks are going to burn through Squirtle quick. They're not as effective against Pikachu. So we're going to heal here, and then we will do a couple more quick attacks to take out Bulbasaur. Thank you for using Leech Seed. That is much less effective than your Vine Whip. One more hit should be good enough, provided we don't get critical here and killed. Alright. Don't miss, and it didn't. No critical glitch there. And we defeat our rival yet again. Take it easy. You're the one who started this battle. Don't go into the kitchen if you can't handle the heat. So now he tells us about Bill, the fact that he showed off his rare Pokemon. Not really sure what that means, because when we get there, all you can do is access his computer, and it just shows you pictures of Eevee and the evolutions of Eevee. But it doesn't actually add entries to your Pokedex, I don't think. But then he also reveals that Bill is the creator of the Pokemon storage system. Now you'd think, after hearing that, if you go back to the Pokemon Center, it would identify someone's PC as Bill's PC, but I don't think it does until you actually talk to Bill. But we're gonna heal. Alright, so we are back after healing, and now we're gonna continue on towards what is called Nugget Bridge. So there are 5 consecutive trainers here that you have to beat, and if you do so, you will win a fabulous prize. I mean, it's an okay prize. Most of them are pretty consistent with what we faced so far. So we get a bug catcher to start things off. I bet you'll never guess what they have. They have a Caterpie and a Weedle. But there is some variety in terms of the Pokemon we're going to see. Specifically, one of the last trainers has a different Pokemon than we faced so far. And interestingly, they all say roughly the same thing after you beat them. Now, because we're trying to prepare by going north of Cerulean for the second gym, I am going to be emphasizing my Pikachu in all of these battles. So against all of the trainers, I'm going to be fighting them as Pikachu, if I can, unless there is a distinct disadvantage in terms of typing. So a few of the trainers that are north of here are going to be hikers with rock Pokemon and ground Pokemon, so then we'll be switching over to Squirtle. So we took out the bug catcher. Not too tough. I did my best. I have no regrets. No regrets. Sometimes you just need a Snickers. But now we take on our second trainer. And it is a lass with 2 Pokemon. Pidgey, always nice to see at this stage of the game, with our Pikachu leading. So we are going to blast that Pikachu and hopefully kill it. And then we will progress on to the second one, which I believe is a Nidoran. Yep, a Nidoran female. So this one will not go down with just 1 Thunder Shock. Please don't poison. Thank you. I don't want to have to go back to the Poke Center if I don't have to. But I will if I need to. But there we go, trainer number 2 down. How could you lose? Maybe get some more Pokemon or at least level them up. I did my best, I have no regrets. I'm sensing a pattern here. You won't be easy. Well, I think you're probably going to be pretty easy. I'm as confident as not going to a Pokemon Center tells you I should be. As long as you don't crit me, I'm not overly concerned. It is negligible damage. But going back to the Unknown Dungeon, it has a lot of very high-level Pokemon in it. Once you become the Pokemon League champion after defeating the Elite Four, you can actually access the Unknown Dungeon and go through it. It's a big maze, and then it has the most powerful Pokemon in the game at the bottom that you can catch. But we are not going to be getting there for a very, very long time. We have a lot of games still to go before we take on that particular challenge. Finish off this battle with a Zubat. See if we can kill it in one shot. Yes. Alright, another trainer down. And now things are going to get a little bit more serious after this, so I'm going to start healing in between each trainer fight. I'm not going to be doing this thing consecutively, where I just do all the trainers in a row, because if I do, I'll have to use potions. That third trainer said, I did my best, I have no regrets either. So now we have another Lass here, with some stronger Pokemon finally, level 16. Hopefully this will still kill Pidgey, and it did. Let's see what you got for your second Pokemon. I think it's another Nidoran. Yeah, another Nidoran female. They like their Nidoran females in this game. These lasses. Please don't poison! Good. But the last trainer on the bridge is the one that has the semi-unique Pokemon, at least compared to what we've been facing. And it is a fairly difficult encounter depending on your levels and also the Pokemon you're using. Now interestingly, this trainer has a different statement to say after the battle. Now it's essentially the same, but the wording is a little different. I did my best, so I've no regrets. Interesting that all the rest say the same except her. I wonder why they translated it differently for that particular trainer. Alright, last one, trainer number 5. And they have a Mankey. Not only a Mankey, but level 18. So if you're running a normal type Pokemon, this can be a problem. Now, I don't know if 2 shots is going to be enough here. And if it uses Karate Chop, and it criticals, that can be a problem. Oh man. Ouch. But that should be enough to kill it. It's always an interesting pose for Mankey in this game. Holding its hands up above its head. Whoa, too much! I did my best, I have no regrets. Alright, so we did it! We beat the 5 trainers! What's our fabulous prize? Yay! Master Ball? A special Pokemon? A Nugget. Well, that's 5k gold for us, so not too bad. And then this interesting fellow asks us to join Team Rocket. And unfortunately, we are not given a choice. Not even a but thou must not say yes. He just says, oh, you're gonna say no automatically, because of course you wouldn't want to join an evil organization. Well, who knows? Maybe I would. So when we don't accept by not declining, he attacks us. So we have a last battle to do here against some rocket caliber Pokemon, including an Akins, and I think a Zubat for the number 2. So again, not too tough, especially if you heal after doing Nugget Bridge. You should be able to blast through these depending on your levels and your Pokemon. But that will be it for Nugget Bridge. We will have gotten the Nugget, which gave Nugget Bridge its name. And then we are going to head over and check out the grass. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the Mew glitch. So the Mew glitch, or Fly glitch, or Teleport glitch, is a special glitch in Gen 1 that allows you to access Pokemon that you may not have normally had access to, including Mew. So there are 2 trainers in the game that allow you to get a Mew through the game using this glitch. And so if you are going to use the glitch, which I'm going to talk about in more depth in my next episode, where I'm actually going to show it off, and you want to make sure that you do not access the trainer in the grass to the left of Nugget Bridge. So TM45 as Thunder Wave, we're going to be saving that for a Pokemon later in the game. But there is a trainer in the grass, There's a lot of Pokemon to catch here. We don't want to activate him because he is essential for the Mew glitch, at least at this point in the game. So our goal in the grass here is not to catch any of those other Pokemon. We don't really care about them. We don't even really care about an Abra, because I've already caught one in my red playthrough that I'm going to be trading over. But let's chuck a Pokeball at it and see if we can catch one here. Of course not. But we want to catch a Bellsprout. And we also want to level our Pokemon up. One more level for routes 24 and 25. I'll see you back here once I do catch a Bellsprout. Alright, so we found a Bellsprout. We're going to chuck a Pokeball at it. And then in my next episode, I'm going to talk more in depth about the Mew glitch. And I'm also going to clear out the rest of the trainers on Route 25. So as always, viewers, thank you for the continued support. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see y'all in my next episode, where we continue onward north of Cerulean City. So long. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press like and leave a comment below. Please also subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell. See you next time.